It's hard to believe that this song came out in 1962. I think it went to the top of the charts. They were still playing this song all over the radio in the late 60s and even 70s. Sherry by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. I started listening to music kind of like paying attention to it as an 8 and 9-year-old in the late 60s. And man, I swear I just love this song. Went around the house singing it, still go around the house singing it occasionally. These guys were big in the 60s and even somewhat big in the 70s. And of course, it has that maybe the most famous nasal voice of all time, Frankie Valli. It works for me. This is back in a time when when singers, songwriters expressed unabashed love and happiness. And I just love that time in music. This is not lyrics that you would write home to mama about and say, I just wrote some wonderful lyrics. They are simple. Hey, Sherry, won't you come out tonight? Please, let's go and do the twist. Won't you be mine? Oh, please be mine. Yeah, it's Sherry, baby. So let's jump in. Listen to one of the best a cappella groups of all time, one of the best vocal groups of all time. Did I already say that this was recommended or that I should listen to more Four Seasons? I think it was Eric Hoffele, a patron on Patreon. Several others have said that too. I've been meaning to. So here we go. Let's jump in. I think this was a lip syncing job that they did on a show in December of 1962, as it says right there. So this is right after the song became famous. Here we go with Sherry.
Sherry, baby, Sherry.
Wow.
Sherry, baby, Sherry. Sherry, baby.
Wow.
Sherry, baby, Sherry. Can you come out tonight?
His voice.
Come out tonight.
That nasal. Strong bass.
Why don't you come on? Come on. Come on. Where the bright moon shines. Come on. We'll dance the night away.
That rasp.
I'm gonna make you mine. Sherry.
Yes.
Sherry, baby. Sherry, baby. Sherry, can you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. You better ask your mama. Sherry, baby. Tell her everything is alright. Why don't you come on? Come on. Put your red dress on. Come on. You look so fine.
Red dress.
Move it nice and easy. Girl, you'll make me lose my mind. Sherry, Sherry, baby. Sherry, baby. Sherry, can you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight.
Goodness gracious, that was so much fun. The voices, the video is kind of schmaltzy and a little over-sexualized, but hey, who cares? Of course, back then, it was unapologetic. Men were men, women were women. But what I find kind of interesting about watching the video of them anytime is how small Frankie Valli is himself, and yet he has the most powerful voice. I just love that. Small guy, huge voice, and what he can do with his voice. It's not just that nasal, but many things he does with the nasal, and then that sort of growly, smoky rasp that he brings in to give more character and emotion to his vocals. Just love that. Love the bass on this as well. The drum work. It's just a fun song. Oh my gosh, these guys, before the Bee Gees obviously started getting big in the mid to late 60s. Before the Bee Gees, there were, the Four Seasons were big before the Beatles, a couple of years before the Beatles. So they were the four guys. I think really they were probably the biggest vocal group, I think, before the Beatles. Then it became them and the Beatles. Then it became them, the Beatles, and the Bee Gees. I'm trying to think of who else, but these guys were huge, and they had such a distinctive sound to them. It's like the Cars in the late 70s. When the Cars came out, you're like, whoa, that's so different. That's so different, poppy rock. Well, this is them. They were just wonderful. Love the happiness of their songs as well. Yeah. All right, y'all let me know what you think. Catch you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.